I grew up hearing the same line again and again. Your life is good. You have grass. You were born for something important. They acted like it was a gift. They pointed at the field and called it freedom, even when every path ended at a fence. I tried to believe them. I tried to believe that being fed, watched, and controlled was the same as being free. They said people enjoyed watching me, and that made my life valuable. When you hear that since birth, you stop questioning it. But the day they came for me, everything changed. The darkness wasn't rest, it was waiting. I heard metal, boots, voices that didn't sound like care. They pressed me between the rails and threw powder on my back. Hard hands, hard pats. They wanted me restless and confused. Every move told me I wasn't an animal to them anymore. I was something they needed to provoke. The tunnel was the last warning I couldn't read. Cold floor, sharp air, no way back. I walked because the door behind me closed. And when the light hit my face and the crowd exploded, I realized the truth. They weren't there to admire me. They were there to watch me break. I ran because instinct told me to. I chased the cloth because it was the only thing moving in a place that wanted me dead. When the banderillas were already in my back, and I didn't even know how they got there, I looked at the crowd cheering at pain they'd never feel. My legs gave out. I hit the sand. And for a moment, I just stared, trying to understand how I went from born with a purpose to something they stabbed so they could clap. I walked because my body didn't know what else to do. I was tired, scared, hurt, and they still expected more. They call it tradition. They call it culture. But standing there, shaking, bleeding inside, it felt like betrayal dressed as pride. They never show what happens after. But I know. You know. And that's why, in my mind, I run through the doors they never opened. I picture the field with no arena on the other side, a place where bulls walk without fear, a life not measured by how loudly people cheer when you fall. If I had been allowed to live, that is where I would be. Not here, not like this, just alive, and finally free.